some in now. Let your edge out to some iceberg. You'll be heavy in my mind.
Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chelsea. If you're new here and if you're not, welcome. And in today's video, if you can already tell by the title and by my beautiful face, we'll be doing a makeup tutorial, and clearly you all can tell that I have bleach brows. So this is going to be a bleach brow makeup tutorial, and just so you all know, no, I did not actually bleach my brows. It's actually makeup. Some people think that it's real, and it's just so shocking to me because that means that I just did a good job. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing this makeup tutorial right here. So pretty much everything else is like my normal face routine. I just really of course did the bleach brow effect, and I'm going to show you all how I did that in this video. And then also too, I will be using two new products. So I will be using the new Juvia's Place foundation, and then I will also be using the new Juvia's Place liquid blush, which I was super excited to try. And as you can see, the products look amazing on my face, like girl. Also too, I do have some new lighting and I am playing with it now, so I really hope you all like the lighting and the way that this video looks. Let me know down in the comments below how you all like it and how it looks on my makeup. I think it looks flawless and looks just airbrushed and so good, but I want to know what you all think. If you all want to see how I got this beautiful look right here on my face, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye. Let's go ahead and get started. So to actually do the bleach brows, what I'm going to use is this Makeup Revolution concealer, and this is the Conceal and Define concealer in the shade C1, and this is the lightest one they have. I don't want my brows to be this like light, but this is the lightest concealer that I have, so I'm just going to roll with it. So I'm just gonna use this. I already went ahead and spoolied my brows in the way that I want them to be, so I'm just gonna use this concealer to cancel out the color. Okay, so I went ahead and covered all of my brow hairs with this concealer, and I'm not gonna lie, it already looks nice on my skin tone. Like, I haven't even did anything. All I did was apply this, but it already looks nice on my skin tone. And this is gonna be kind of weird because I never do my brows on camera. I always do them off camera, but I just want to show you all how I'm gonna do them in hopes that they turn out right. Okay, so right now I'm just gonna go ahead and take my spoolie, and I'm just gonna spoolie that concealer into the brow hairs. And again, I'm shaping the brow hairs the way that I want them to go, which this is already kind of hard because I can't really see my brow hairs because they are blonde. And I'm hoping that the product from the spoolie does not get into the brow hairs because I didn't wash this spoolie. Okay, so it still has like the regular color brown that I use on my brows already. Okay, so it is similar to my brow shape now, or at least a brow shape that I like. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is clean up the brows using my concealer. You know, I use the Juvia's Place concealer in the shade 12 to conceal under my brows and also a little bit on top. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, you guys, so as you can tell, I went ahead and concealed the top and the bottom of my brows, and so far what I have is the shape of my brows, how I want them. So I really like this shape, but I know you all can see that I have like a little unibrow going on. I will clean that up, but so far I just wanted to make sure I got the shape right and make sure I outlined everything correctly, and I did pretty good. Like, this actually looks better than my regular normal brow because it takes me forever to actually shape my normal brow, but with this it didn't take that long. So I am not done yet because we still have to set the concealer. And also, like I said, this concealer, it looks very white on me, and I want it to be like a black girl blonde, like a tannish blonde. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead on and take the other end of my spoolie brush, and I'm just gonna dip it into like a eyeshadow to set the concealer, and 2 to actually make it more of the color that I want. 2 eyeshadows, so I'm gonna go in with my James Charles palette, and I'm gonna use this color up here in the top. It has a name, but I'm really not trying to worry about that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take some of this eyeshadow on this brush and just like fill in the spots. So that's not really doing anything. So I'm gonna go into my Morphe 3502 palette. And I'm just gonna use this shade up here in the corner. And I'm gonna use that instead. And hopefully it does something. Because you can still see like the brown hairs peeking through. So I'm just gonna go ahead and fix that. Okay, you know what? I know what I'm gonna do. So I'm not gonna use any eyeshadow at all. So I'm gonna put away these palettes. I'm gonna add some more of this concealer because I can clearly see the brown hairs peeking through with this eyebrow. So I'm not gonna get as much because I already cleaned up the brows and I don't wanna clean them back up. So I'm gonna just go in with some more of that concealer. Again, take my spoolie. Alright, so I went ahead and cleaned up the brows a little bit more, and then I just added some more of that white concealer on there, and they look very, very nice. And I went ahead and cleaned up my unibrow. So now what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I figured out how to set the brow. So the eyeshadow was not working, but what I'm gonna use is my Maybelline Fit Me Loose Setting Powder. And I'm just gonna place it over my brows. And it's not a translucent powder. It's in the shade Fair Light, so this should go perfect. And it should also kind of like tone down the brows a little bit to get like this whiteness to go away and make it a little bit more yellow, just a tad bit. But I'm just gonna use this to actually set my brows. So I'm gonna take a mini beauty blender, and this is so cute. I also wet this sponge as well. I'm just gonna tap it in there. So I'm just gonna set the brows like that. And hopefully it comes out right. I don't want to make it too messy because I do have like concealer around the brows, and I don't want this setting powder to stick to the concealer that's around the brows. So that's why I'm not doing it like super duper messy. I'm just pressing that powder in a little bit. And as you can see, the color already looks a lot better to me. It kind of matches my shirt, and that's what I wanted anyway. Okay, guys, so now that I have finished the brows, and they look super cute. I mean, they look so cute. I had to keep reapplying my concealer because after I wiped away that powder, like the powder just kind of got, you know, a lot of places because it got stuck to the concealer that's around my brow. So I had to keep reapplying the concealer. And plus, to cancel out the my actual real color, like dark brown brow hairs, I had to cancel that out a lot. And so I had to keep dipping back in the concealer and then having to keep cleaning up my brows and stuff like that. So overall, I think I did probably like a solid 8 out of 10 on these eyebrows because I didn't look up a tutorial on how to do this. I just, you know, kind of like figured it out along the way, and for my first time they actually look really, really good. Like normally my real brows can't even be looking like this when I try to do them with my regular, you know, routine, but they look pretty good. And it's giving Jack Frost, okay? Jack Frost. Like that is exactly what it's giving. So right now I'm gonna just go ahead and do a quick little eye look, and I'm just gonna take the same concealer that I used for the brows and use that as a base for my eyeshadow, and we're just gonna do a simple eye look, nothing too serious, just a brown smoky eye. Okay, so I did a little bit of eyeshadow. I did a regular brown smoky eye. I didn't want to go too crazy on the eyes just because the brows are the main attraction of the show today. So I just did my regular everyday brown smoky eye because I like to have some shadow on the lids. You all know that I don't like to go without shadow on my lids, especially, you know, just for an everyday type look. Like, I just don't believe in not wearing eyeshadow. You know, if that just makes sense, my eyes just look too bare. But anyway, so I haven't finished the eyes completely. I am going to do a wing liner, but right now what I'm going to do is go ahead and go into the face. So I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. Jelly Pop Zoo Primer as always, and I'm going to go ahead and prime. So now that I have went ahead and primed my face, I'm going to go ahead in with a new foundation. It's new to you all, but I've been using it for quite some time, and this is the Juvia's Place Natural Radiance Foundation. This is the newest foundation that they came out with, and this retails for $23. Now, I had said that I had been wanting to get this foundation for a while now, ever since it came out, and I'm so happy that I got it. The other foundation that they came out with, I do have, which it is the I Am Magic Velvety Matte Foundation. Right, so this is the older foundation, and this is the newer one. So, of course, there is a lot difference. There is a big difference between these two. This one is a tube, and this one is more like travel friendly. You can just throw it in your bag or throw it in your purse, whatever the case may be. And you open it, and it is a squeezy tube. And this one, of course, is a matte foundation, and it is super thick and super full coverage, okay? So with this one is a natural radiance foundation. So obviously it's going to give you that more of a natural finish, natural glow. It is a medium coverage, but however, it can be full coverage because to me, it gives me a full coverage without having to have a lot of foundation. The packaging on this one as well is very nice. I really like that it is a pump, as you can see. However, the cap, you know, it can like kind of come off, so if you throw it in your bag, it probably will get messy. On the bottle, or on the top rather, it says to shake well, so I'm gonna just go ahead and shake this. What I'm gonna do is go ahead and pump some on my hand, and I'm not really like counting how many pumps I do, probably like 2 big pumps. And so it looks like this on my hand, and then this is in the shade 330 Acra, so the same color that I use in my other Juvia's Place foundation. Now, some people were saying with this foundation, and I'm also going to use a Real Techniques 208 brush to just apply the foundation on my face. So some people say with this foundation, the shades have kind of like changed a little bit from the older foundation, so some shades are gone. I didn't have that problem. I was able to find my shade, and thankfully I was. But many of you already know that 330 Acra in the Juvia's Place is a shade that is like 2 shades, a shade or 2 darker than me, but I prefer that with my foundation, just because obviously I lighten it up with my concealer and everything. So just those 2 big pumps, that was all that I used. If I need to add more, I'll add more, but I'm gonna go ahead and blend it out. I did look at reviews on this foundation, and this is not a review video. This is just me, you know, telling you all about the foundation and stuff because it's new to you guys. But I've used this foundation probably about 4 or 5 times now already, and I really like it. But the thing about this foundation is it does have a smell to it. So when you first apply it on your face, it has a smell to it. Like, it smells like a fruity watermelon scent, kind of like the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Dew Primer that I use that has a watermelon scent as well, and I don't really care for that. I mean, it doesn't bother me. Thankfully, it does not bother my skin because I have super sensitive skin. Like, anything will break me out, and I'm breaking out right now from some sunscreen, and unfortunately, it's a black girl sunscreen. I thought it was going to work for me, but it didn't. But anyway, I have super sensitive skin, so when I smelled this watermelon scent on this foundation, I was like, why does it have a scent? You know, because most foundations don't really have a scent, and I prefer that. I mean, it's a nice scent, but do I wish that it didn't have a scent? Of course. So yeah, it does have a scent, but when you blend the foundation out on your face, you can't smell it anymore. So I'm just kind of like wondering, okay, why does it have a scent? But I think it has some sort of ingredient, like a extract in there that gives it that scent. But yeah, that's the one thing that I noticed. The color is pretty spot on to the other color. I don't really notice a difference. Like I said earlier, a lot of people said that they couldn't really find their shade because they took away some shades. Now, luckily with this shade, they did not take it away. But yeah, I like this shade. Another thing that I do differently is with this foundation, I apply it all over my face, unlike the other one. So if you go and watch my other makeup tutorials on my channel, you will notice how I do the underpainting method for my foundation. I don't really put the foundation all over my face and then apply my products. I put the foundation on the perimeter of my face, put the concealer on the inner parts, and put the contour on the outside where I contour, and then I blend it all together that way. And that is what gives me, first of all, since the color doesn't match, it blends in perfectly. It matches my skin perfectly. Second of all, I do that because the first foundation was so thick. I just did not want that cakey feeling on my face. But with this foundation, it's super lightweight. So I just apply it all over my face. So I am going to add a few more pumps for this foundation. Probably like 2 more pumps. And then apply it to where I feel like I need more coverage. Okay, so this is what the foundation is looking like after I have applied it, and it looks super nice. It looks just like my skin. Like if this foundation was my perfect match, and you know, if I was to just walk outside with only foundation on, no concealer, no contour, no nothing, like this would look just like my skin. You wouldn't even be able to tell. It looks super nice. It has a nice little glow to it. It's just very lightweight. It doesn't even feel like anything is on my face, and that's what I love. Not to say that I don't like the first one, but the first one, you could tell that it was, you know, it was super thick. So it was just a lot, but I still like that foundation, and I will still wear it on the days where I want to, you know, like have a full glam, like I need full coverage, everything. But this foundation, yeah, it's my go-to for right now, and I really love it. And yeah, it is just super pretty. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and apply my concealer, which is the Juvia's Place concealer, the same one that I use to conceal my brows, and I'm just gonna go ahead and highlight in the places I normally do. Alright, so I have kind of like blended out the concealer, not all the way of course, but now I'm just gonna go ahead and cream contour with this Aesthetica Contour Series cream palette, and I'm just gonna use this, what is this, a Morphe E4 brush, and I'm gonna take the darkest shade and just kind of like cream contour a little bit. Right now, we're gonna do one of my most favorite parts, and I think this might be my favorite part now, especially with this product that I use, and it is new to y'all, but I've been using it for quite some time now. Well, not quite some time, probably like 3 or 4 times I've used it now, but I love this product. So we're gonna be going in with liquid blush, and this is the new Juvia's Place liquid blush. This is in the color Marigold, and this is a pretty color. When I tell you, I've never seen a blush so pretty, and I used to not even be a blush fan. Okay, I used to hate blush back in the day. Obviously, my most recent YouTube videos and makeup tutorials, I've been doing blush, but now that they have liquid blush, and now that they have the Juvia's Place liquid blushes, Juvia's Place is already my favorite because for one, they're affordable, they're pigmented, and they are just, you know, cater to brown skin girls, okay? But this blush, so pretty. The most prettiest pinkest, not pinkest, but the most prettiest peachy coral color that I've ever seen. And this was the first one that I thought I wanted, that I decided to pick up because it was just so pretty and I had to try it. So with liquid blush, there is a science to it. It's not too hard, But the science behind liquid blush is you want to apply it on wet and damp skin. So clearly I haven't set my face, I haven't done anything. All I did was just apply my liquid and cream products on my face. I didn't apply any powder or anything. Some people like to apply liquid blush before they blend out their concealer. Me, I don't really like to mix the two, so I just go ahead and apply it after I've, you know, blended in my concealer. It's not blended in all the way, but it's blended in enough. So I'm just gonna take this this liquid blush, and I'm going to wipe off the wand because I don't want all that product in there, because I've used this product before and it is super pigmented and one dot is a lot. So I like to go in with a half a dot, okay, maybe a tad bit bigger than that. So I like to go in with a dot like that and apply it to each side. And so that is enough for me. If you want to add more, add more. But I have made the mistake of where I put too much, and you can take it away by using, you know, whatever tool you use with your foundation on it. But I'd rather build up the product first than adding too much and then having to try to take it away. To blend out this product, I am going to be using my Real Techniques sculpting brush, and it just looks like this. And I'm just gonna go ahead and blend it out. So this is what it's looking like blended out. It's not too much, but I do want to add a little bit more, just because, you know, I want a little bit more color, but you can still see it. It is so pretty. But like I said, you'd rather put a lot, you rather put a little bit and then keep adding more instead of putting more and then try to take it away. Okay, so it is so pretty on my skin, and y'all, I never thought this color would work for me because it just looked intimidating. And before, I used to wouldn't gravitate towards these kind of colors, like these peachy coral colors, but now I love the corals. Okay, I want to try other colors. They do have more colors. I'm gonna go back in with my concealer, and I'm just gonna put a little bit more up under my eye. Just put a little bit more under the eye, and then I'm gonna go back in with my foundation brush and go on my forehead and kind of just blend out the forehead just so it looks seamless. Right now I'm just gonna go ahead and blend out the rest of the concealer with my sponge, and I'm gonna try not to get it into that blush. Okay, so now that I've blended out my under eye, I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit more blush, and I think I'm addicted to this stuff. Okay, like that's why I said I think this is starting to become my next step, especially with this product. Like, I'm just loving liquid blush now. Oh, see, I added too much. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this up, and I'm done with it for real. So take my brush again, kind of just like transfer it from each side with the brush. I smile. Okay, you guys, so this is the finished look, and I went ahead and did everything else off camera only because my phone was about to die, so I didn't show you a lot. I didn't show you me setting my face. I didn't show you what I used to set my blush with, and I'm just gonna go ahead and say that I use the Ofra palette that I always use, my regular blush palette, because I don't have the actual Juvia's Place blush duos. I know it's crazy to believe that I don't have them, but they're always sold out, and so I can never get my hands on them, but I will get that soon. Also, for for lip gloss, what I did was use a lip liner, a brown lip liner, then I applied my NYX butter gloss. It was like the lightest shade, I believe. Yeah, I use the shade Fortune Cookie, and then I use my MAC lip gloss on top of that, just to add a little bit of shine to it, and it looks super cute. Okay, this makeup look is amazing, girl. I did my thing, and I stepped out of my comfort zone too, because bleach brows, that's not really my comfort zone, but I'm gonna face the other way so you all can see a better look of my face. Thank you all for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to thumbs up and like this video and share it for me, please. And I will see you all in another video. Bye.